There are so many builds in Destiny, and many of them make you unkillable. So in this video, I'll go over the best builds that make it difficult to die as a solo player. I'm Marshix, and first off, there are a few mods that help keep you alive, regardless of the build. These are Recuperation and Better Already, to heal you by picking up Orbs of Power, all of the Resist mods on chest pieces, which make you take less damage from specific sources, and Proximity Ward, which turns you nearly invincible during finishers. Feel free to use any or all of these mods alongside the following builds to make it even harder to die. Also, high resilience and high recovery for obvious reasons. The first build gives you constant uptime on Well of Radiance. Phoenix Protocol will give you super energy from each kill you get while in your well, up to 50%, and this only takes a few kills to reach half. An easy way to get the second half of your super is by using Bad Juju. This pulse rifle will give you additional super energy with each kill. Use this with 100 intellect and a kinetic siphon to create Orbs of Power, and you can get your super back before your first well runs out, meaning you always have constant healing and a constant damage buff. Long story short, the only way you'll die with this build is by sucking at the game. Another build with insane health regen is Stronghold and any sword. Blocking with a sword builds up stacks of perfect guard, and when you deal damage with your sword, it will consume the stacks and give you restoration times 2. The more stacks you have, the longer the timer, up to 24 seconds at 100 stacks. But we can actually use this to get unlimited restoration. You'll first want Ember of Solace to get restoration for a longer duration, Ember of Mercy to give you restoration when you pick up a fire sprite, and Ember of Searing to create fire sprites. So what you can do is block until you have 100 stacks, hit an enemy to get restoration for 24 seconds, then you can refresh the timer by doing just about anything. Collecting fire sprites will completely refresh the timer back to 24 seconds, and simply throwing a healing grenade or entering a sunspot will also bring it back to 24 seconds. So as long as you aren't just standing still, you'll be able to keep up restoration forever and never die. And Hunters also have an infinite restoration build. Knock 'em down will refund your melee charge from melee kills while you're radiant. And your melee can apply Scorch, so we're gonna abuse this to get unlimited restoration. We need Ember of Torches to become radiant with a melee, which is how we're gonna have infinite melees. Ember of Searing to create fire sprites with melees. Ember of Mercy to get restoration from fire sprites. Then Ember of Solace and Ember of Empyrean to extend the duration of restoration. So all you need to do is get melee kills to create fire sprites, pick up the fire sprites to get restoration, then keep getting solar kills to keep it up forever. Any exotic will work with this build, but I enjoy using Assassin's Cowl because each melee kill will turn you invisible at the same time, and enemies can't kill you if they can't see you. But Warlocks have an even easier time using this build. But first, this video is sponsored by Factor. Do you like amazing foods that take no effort to make? Well, Factor has you covered with their delicious, pre-prepared meals that are ready to eat in only 2 minutes. Just grab a meal, poke some holes in it, stick it in the microwave for a couple minutes, and it's ready to eat. Factor's no-hassle prepared foods are super convenient. You always have something nutritious on hand when you don't have time to make lunch or dinner. Just grab a prepared smoothie or a keto shake for a quick snack, or heat up a chef-quality meal in just 2 minutes with no prep or cleanup necessary. Perfect for those of us who want to get right back to playing Destiny. And their meal plans offer variety, with a rotating weekly menu of over 34 meal options and over 36 add-ons like smoothies, keto shakes, desserts, and more. Meal plans range from 4 to 18 meals per week, and you can easily modify your preferences to fit your specific needs. Use my link or go to go.factor75.com and use code POGMARSHIX NOV50 for 50% off your first box. Just click the link in the description or scan this QR code with your phone. That's half off your first box, so you might as well give it a try. I know you'll love it. Thank you to Factor for sponsoring this video. All you need is Karnstein armlets. Karnstein is getting a buff in the next update that makes it so melee kills will give you restoration. This exotic will function basically the same as it does now, but the change of keywords means we can extend it indefinitely using Ember of Empyrean and fire sprites created by Ember of Mercy. Or the other way around, you can get restoration times 2 using Phoenix Dive, then easily extend that timer by getting melee kills with Karnstein. And you're obviously running Heat Rises in this build, which means you can run 0 strength, since you get your melee back in about 3 or 4 kills while in the air. When it comes to unkillable void builds, you'll definitely want 2 things, Devour and Overshields. And with this next build, you'll get both of those all the time. We're using Bastion to get overshields with your barricade, and Echo of Vigilance to get overshields when you're on the brink of death. Then with Offensive Bulwark, we can extend the duration of these overshields when we get melee kills, and it also buffs our grenade and melee abilities at the same time. We're also using Echo of Starvation to get Devour after picking up Orbs of Power, and Echo of Persistence to keep Devour and overshields for a little bit longer. For the exotic, I decided on no backup plans to have a third way of getting overshields, and that's just by getting shotgun kills. With everything together, you basically always have an overshield, and the rare instances where you don't have an overshield, you also have Devour, which will fully heal you after every kill, so there's nothing to worry about. For Void Hunter, you're going to want to run Gerfalcon's Hauberk and Stylish Executioner. These will create a combo where you turn invisible once, then when you emerge from invisibility, you'll get volatile rounds. Then when you get volatile kills, you turn invisible again, and repeat the process over and over until everything is dead. So you basically have infinite volatile rounds and infinite invisibility. But it gets even better. Echo Cessation will create void breaches each time you get volatile kills, and that will be used for Echo of Starvation to give us Devour whenever we pick up a void breach or an Orb of Power. Long story short, you turn invisible once to create the invisibility loop, get one kill to spawn a void breach, pick it up to get Devour, and now you're constantly invisible and heal after every single kill. Void Warlocks have it so easy. All you need is ability kills to activate Devour, which means exotics like Controverse Hold that help you spam abilities are busted. Controverse gives you a big chunk of grenade energy whenever you deal damage with an overcharged grenade. Then Devour activates, and you only need a couple more kills to get the rest of the grenade charge, since Devour also gives you grenade energy with kills. And that's pretty much it. Just get grenade kills and you can use any weapons you want. You can also use Recuperation or better already to heal you after picking up Orbs of Power, but honestly, that's complete overkill since you have Devour already, so something like Innervation would be better to ensure you get your grenades back quickly, or just Weapon Surges, because who doesn't love more damage? This random guy in the tower doesn't. This next build turns you nearly invincible and takes no skill to pilot. Laurel's Splendor will create a sunspot whenever your shields break. Sunspots will give you Restoration, which is exactly what you want when you're low on health. This will consume your class ability in the process, but that's not a problem because Ember of Singeing recharges your class ability whenever you scorch targets. Just run a weapon with Incandescent, or let things run into your Sunspot, and you'll get this back in no time. So you just play the game as normal, and if you ever get weak, you'll get a Sunspot for free, which instantly heals you. And that's really all you need. Use your other fragments for literally anything else, and you won't die unless you try. Or suck at the game. Combination Blow. Getting a kill with this melee will increase your melee damage and refill your dodge. Then, using Gambler's Dodge, you can dodge to get your melee back. Then do that over and over to keep Combination Blow going. This will destroy everything you hit, and it can heal you at the same time. Since most of your kills come from melees, you can throw on Heavy Handed to create Orbs of Power with each punch, and Recuperation to essentially heal you after every punch. On top of that, you can use Liar's Handshake to increase your melee damage, and also heal you from follow-up punches. So you have two ways of healing with your punch. Not to mention, this is one of the best builds for ad clear, and it can also melt champions and bosses when paired with a 1-2 punch shotgun. Bleakwatcher turrets will freeze everything around you, and if they're frozen, they can't kill you. So we're going to double down on Bleakwatcher turrets by using Osmiomancy gloves. This will allow you to hold 2 Cold Snap grenades, which can be converted into Bleakwatchers. On top of that, you can use a weapon with Demolitionist and Headstone to get your grenades back in only a few kills. And we're using Whisper of Torment to get faster grenades by taking damage, Whisper of Shards to get faster grenades when breaking Stasis Crystals from Headstone, Whisper of Fissures to increase the size and damage of the burst of Stasis Crystals, and Whisper of Rending to break Stasis Crystals instantly. Now you just throw down a turret to freeze everything, get kills with your primary weapon to spawn crystals and recharge your grenade, then continue freezing things, and eventually everything will be dead. Up next is the strongest build to ever exist in Destiny 2, but you'll have to leave a like on the video to see it. You have 2 seconds. Banner of War is a very strong aspect that creates a green circle around you after a melee kill. This circle will heal you every couple seconds, and also increase your melee damage. Then, once you have Banner of War active, additional kills will increase the potency of the healing, and increase your damage, as well as extend the timer of Banner of War. So as long as you can keep getting kills, you can have this up forever. Or if you do lose it, just get another melee kill and you have another one. You can also use Into the Fray to give you Woven Mail whenever you destroy a Tingle, and while you have Woven Mail, your melee energy recharges faster. By the way, Woven Mail is 40% damage reduction, so you'll be an unstoppable tank that just punches things. And we're doubling down on Woven Mail and Tangles with Thread of Warding for more Woven Mail, Thread of Transmutation to create Tangles with any weapon kill, Thread of Fury to get melee energy whenever we throw Tangles, and Thread of Generation so we can grapple around a lot and just punch things. Now throw on Synthoceps to further increase your melee damage when surrounded, and a 1-2 punch shotgun to further increase your melee damage, and you'll be able to one punch just about everything in the game. Now that you have some really strong builds, you're going to want the best weapons in the game. And this video will show you every weapon worth grinding for in Destiny 2. Thanks for watching, I'm Marshix, and I'll see you next time.